everybody? Welcome to another episode of Crazy Brave 6913, coming at you from my room. Yes, this room does look a little bit familiar. If you guys have been keeping up with the channel, this is the third time we would do this room. The first time it was Iris's room. What's today's date?
Today's barely the 10th. So we still have like 20 more
March.
days. Yeah, March. So we got like 20 more days. I think we did pretty good, no?
Yeah. We have a lot going on here. The second time we put a bunk bed in here, and that was going to be the girls' room.
Let me see, girls. Look over here and smile. Dolly, look over here and smile.
And this time, the third time, I kicked him out, and now it's my room. No, I'm not going to give you guys a room tour. This is not what this video is about. It's a brand new year, so with it comes brand new paper mache projects. I'm going back to the old handy dandy skulls. This time I'm going to be making two at the same time instead of just one to get through the supplies faster. The paper paste, I always have a lot of paper paste at the end that ends up going to waste. So instead of just wasting it, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it by making two at the same time. I have a couple of ideas for this project, these two projects. One, I want to make it into like a sailor ocean themed, so I got this little trident and mermaid skeleton in here, and I'm gonna put it in there. Maybe put like some words in there, like off the top of my head, dead men tell no tales or something like that, but it's a little bit more ocean themed than pirate themed, so I have to come up with something for that. If I don't do that idea, I have some crystals and some glow in the dark rocks, and I'm thinking about making a crystal skull. Not a crystal skull like you see in Indiana Jones.
That's enough.
But more of a crystal skull where, you know, I use this to, you know, like almost like make it one come out of the eyeball, maybe one come out of the nose. He's like chewing on one of them, and a whole bunch of little glow in the dark rocks all over the place. And then my third idea was to get one of these skulls and basically almost make it like the first one I made. Paint it bone white this time, and get little chips of crayons and make a crown for him, and then getting a heat gun and blowing it and melting them, so it could make like a crown of color, I guess you could say. And then in the back, instead of the flower being red, the flower would be inside the skull, and every petal will be a different color. If that makes any sense. I know you guys can't see it yet, but trust me, the vision is there and I can execute. But before I could start on any of those and I could actually choose which I'm gonna do, I have to wrap these in paper mache and get the cast first. After that, you know, I could see how I feel about it after a little bit more thinking. So yeah. So yeah, that's what this video is gonna be. It's gonna be us getting the skulls ready to work on. So here we go. Okay, but before I started anything, I'm gonna have to go ahead and fix this broken jaw that I have. As you can see, the tip, I really don't know the anatomy word or name for it, but the tip of the jaw here on one side is broken. I broke that a long time ago. I lost a piece that goes here, so I'm probably gonna have to make one out of cardboard, then wrap it in tape, so I could get the shape where I want it or need it. So I'm gonna have to go look for a piece of cardboard to take that part's place. After looking around for some time and eating a little bit of breakfast, I found 3 different types of cardboard that might be the solution for this problem here of the jaw. Now looking at it, I have this one, this type of cardboard that I found. Maybe, I don't think it's thick enough, and then this one for sure is not going to be it. And I thought this was going to be thick. It's a little bit too thick. This is actual packing cardboard. I think that's double layered, where this one is double layered, where this one is only, you know, one layer. I thought that maybe I could just go ahead and squeeze it down a little bit to the thickness I need it. So that's probably what I'm gonna go for. And I'm gonna throw these into the scrap pile. Here's the scissors. Put the scissors here. that. Cut that. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it later. Okay. So I'm gonna cut this part out right here because we don't need any of this for sure. There, right there. There it is. Let's have a little edge right here. Maybe I'll use an X-Acto for that. There you go. Alright. Okay, so here it is, guys. I went ahead and just cut a piece of cardboard out to the shape I thought it was, and I had a little bit of hot glue. Is it the exact measurements as before? Probably not. Actually, let me just check it up to the mouth here. Nope. Actually, no, not really. Yes, it does. Does it? Does it really? So it looks a little bit. I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of trimming to it. Tips here. So now I'm just gonna add a little bit of this white tape around this. It could help keep its shape and that little angle that it has. And then we're gonna get ready to add some Vaseline. All right. Wrap it. That should be good. Okay, let's see. This time we fold it over, and we'll cut those out, folks. All right. A little bit back here. Help it stick better to the back. All right, and there it is. Not the original piece, but it will do. Now for the sticky, the most grossest part of this thing, of the paper mache project, and that is the petroleum jelly. This skull I've done this skull so many times and cut it out so many times that I'm gonna have to retire it soon, because I've already cut through it so much that maybe this next time might be the last time that I use this one. So you know, this skull has put its fucking work in. So what you're gonna end up doing for the whole thing pretty much is you're gonna put petroleum jelly all over it, and then you're gonna wrap it with some Saran Wrap. And what the petroleum jelly and the Saran Wrap does is, like, it adds a layer to it where it hardens on the Saran Wrap and not directly onto the head, so you could be able to pull it out. If not, then this plastic would be stuck to the paper, and it'll be just ripping at your insides, and then it would make the structure weak, and then, you know, it'll fall apart. And so I hate this part. I hate jelly sticky things on my fingers. Good thing you only need a thin layer. So you just need enough for the Saran Wrap to stick. Try to remove these carefully. Okay. All right. If any of you are wondering how I broke this part, is because when I was removing it, like I just did on this one, I snapped it off. I was pulling it out and I just got too desperate and I snapped it off. I was careful, and we're not gonna have a problem with this one, hopefully. And there you go. And now I'm gonna go clean my hand because Saran wrap is next. And that's the next part that I hate the most because that shit's sticky and it sticks to itself. But once I start touching the heads and start fighting with the Saran wrap, it's gonna be a pretty crazy battle. So I'm just gonna focus on that, okay? So I'll see you guys when I'm done. We're ready to go, guys. The recipe for the paper mache, I already made a video. You guys can check it out down below or in the link in one of these two corners. I always get it wrong for some reason. I don't remember. I forget to remember what side it is, but here we go. I've been working on the skulls for about 2 hours now, and I got both of the heads top done. I can't really work on the bottom because I have to keep putting my hand on it and the paste dries. So you have to let this dry for a bit and before you can work on the bottom. And you kind of just keep flipping back and forth as you add the layers. You have to give it some time. As for now, I'm going to take a break because this has been, like I said, like 2 hours, and then I'm going to come back and work on the jaws. These are a little bit, they're smaller, but I like the face. They also have a lot of detail and a lot of bends, so they require a lot of time for each one of them. So I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna be back maybe like in an hour.
2 hours later.
Alright, so it's been a couple of hours. It's been maybe an hour or two. The top of the skull head is pretty much dry. Before I work on the jaw, I decided to go ahead and I'm gonna start working at the bottom of them and complete the first layer because I think I could do the jaws pretty fast, and I want to dry these as fast as I can, so maybe I could add another layer or half of a layer by tonight so we could get these going. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's gonna be pretty much the same thing. I don't want to go ahead and show you guys too much of the same thing. It's just gonna be me layering paper, so I'll show you once that is done and how that looks. So here we go.
Later.
Alright, honestly I've lost track of time. It's dark outside now. I'm done with the first layer on both jaws and the two heads. So I get to get another little break, let this dry for a little bit, and then get back to working on that one. So it's been about 2 to 3 days of me adding layers of this paper mache. You need six of them on each one so it could hold. As you can see, I already added some of these guidelines. This orange line is where I'm going to be cutting, and then these black lines where I'm going to be matching up whenever I glue them back together. I already started cutting one of them out. This skull should be ready to pop out, but like always, you know, battery operated tools will run through their energy and you have to keep charging them. So I let them charge. I'm going to continue cutting, and I will open them all up on camera so you guys could see them come out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start working on that, but while I'm working, I want you guys to go ahead and check this out, and in the comment section down below, let me know which one you think I should go with. Okay, well, I was letting the heads dry. I came up with some ideas, some concept art for the skulls and what I want them to look like. So the first one, I'm thinking about something, the skull and some crystals coming out of it all over the place. Some inside the head, even at the bottom of the mouth area. And then these are the crystals I want to use for those. And some of these glow in the dark rocks with some lights behind this. It's like how it is right here, and some lights in this area. I believe it would make it look real nice as the lights turn on and glow and scatter it. So that's the first idea. The second idea is a skull with crayons all over around it, and then I melt it down with the heat gun or hair dryer so I can make it look like it's, you know, bleeding. I also need to come up with something for the top of the head, like a cool design, and in the side of the head I'm going to put a flower with each petal being a different color. The last design, which honestly I think is the most ambitious, is the LA Dodger skull, which is kind of like a brand. I don't know if you could imagine that. Like I just like stamp it, and then the clay kind of pushes up on the sides, what makes a brand or a stamp or something like that. As in for the inside of the head, I was trying to maybe make the Dodger Stadium all the way around the inside of it, and maybe a little bit of lights. I'm saying that's ambitious because I've never done anything like that, like a model of a replica of something. So that would be interesting to do, but I wouldn't know. So while I go ahead and cut these skulls open, why don't you guys go ahead and go into the comment section down below and let me know which one you guys think would be, which two skulls you guys would like to see me make. So yeah, go ahead and do that while I cut this out. I don't have a mask for this, so I'm gonna use my old gas mask and hope this works. And here we go. Okay guys, I am done cutting them. I'm gonna go ahead and pull them out and show you what that looks like. But while I was cutting these, I came to the decision that I'm gonna make one of these the crayon skull. I bought the crayons today. This is actually maybe a day or two after I started cutting. Like always, my batteries die and it takes a while to charge. I bought the crayons and I'm gonna go ahead and commit. But I'm going to leave the second one up to you guys to see which one you guys want me to do. But as you guys make your decisions, I'm going to go ahead and knock this one out. Maybe I can knock it out in 2, maybe 3 videos. Hopefully, maybe 4. Less than 5 for sure. And hopefully by then you guys have let me know which one you guys think I should do with this one. I'm kind of hoping you guys say the crystal one, because the LA Dodger one looks kind of difficult. But hey, I'm down to do it. Anyways, as I open them, guys, go ahead and let me know what you guys think. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.